Hello, my friends. How are you? I'm excited. It's a Friday night stream. I'm excited. It makes it feel fun. You guys like my choice of song that I started with? I thought it was oddly appropriate. Alter ego. It was the only reason I'm still alive in this fucking game. So it's totally intentional. Alrighty. So, welcome to the birthday stream. I have my special tiara on. I should be very clear. My birthday is technically not for another 4 hours. But we specifically picked this start time so that we would stream into my birthday because I can't actually stream tomorrow. And it's already tomorrow in like Australia and in Europe and stuff like that. So it was close enough for me. I am so crooked. This thing's huge, so it's easier to tell when it's crooked. Woo! It is. I thought it is a big tiara. It's also like not meant for a big person's head. So like when you take it off, it's like stretched out to the max to stay on. Right now, the only reason it's staying on is because it got caught on my headphones. So it might just shoot off my head at some point. But yeah, this is my epic tiara. So we're gonna play. We're gonna need a bigger tiara. Yes. We are going to play the finale of Danganronpa. We got through chapter... Thank you, Leota! We got through chapter 5 yesterday. So if you missed chapter 5, it was fucked up. It was super fucked up. It was all kinds of fucked up. We found a body, didn't know who it was. Body blew up, so we couldn't figure out who it was. We thought it was Kyoko because she had been missing like the whole fucking time, but she showed up for the trial, so obviously not dead. Except it wasn't so obvious. We had to convince Hiro that she wasn't a ghost. So that was like the whole first part of the trial. That was a thing. We eventually figure out that there was a 16th student at the school, and she's the one who's dead. So she was there, she was gone the whole time, and then she showed up dead. So, figured out that. And the question was who killed her, and me and Kyoko were the only people who didn't have alibis. And it turns out, in the middle of the trial, Kyoko has a blatant lie. And I have the choice of whether I call it out or not. And I was like, well, she lied, and if they don't believe it's her, they're gonna think it's me. So I'm like, I know I didn't do it. So I called out her lie. And she got executed, and the game ended. It was just like, and that was the last class trial. The rest of us lived happily ever after in the school, and Hina pumped out a bunch of babies. And then they did it like it was like a dream sequence, so they went, no, I can't let that happen. And then it rewound, and I was back to that decision point. So then I was like, okay, well, I guess I won't call out the lie. And then I got executed. Except not really. I was about to get executed, and fucking Alter Ego had done something to the network when he was plugged into it. And I was spared. But then I fell into a garbage pit, and I was just gonna die there. And after a couple days, Kyoko showed up in the garbage pit. And that's where we're at. So there you go. That's, that catches you up on the ridiculousness that was yesterday. Whew. Alrighty. Tiara will evolve into a full crown soon. That would be awesome. So that catches you up. Let's play. Let's play. Speaking of, Let's Play Live is going on tonight. Actually, let me make sure. Yeah, no, that's fine. Excuse me. Oh, look, it's Celeste. She's dead. Load game! I like all my bajillions of save files, just in case. Continue! Shows my mic is a little weird. The Ultimate Despair. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. Oh yeah, we found that out too. Yeah. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the Mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. Except sort of, not really? See, there's my garbage pit. But right now... Right now we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. So... leave. Rattle, rattle. It's locked, but we have a way to open this door. Oh my god, how many times? So it like kept ending the conversation with Kyoko, and then it wouldn't let me. It was like, oh, I should probably talk to Kyoko more. It's like, then quit ending the fucking conversation. Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Why am I being vague? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
Indeed.
Of course I do. Yeah, she threw herself into the trash pit without another way out. It's an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
That's right, supposedly. Supposedly. Then we should be able to use it on that door, right? So why are we all just fucking standing here? Hey, Kyoko, we can use that key of yours to open this door, right? We just went over this.
It's true.
Let's find out. That would be really shitty if we found out it didn't work. Kyoko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole. And then... click! This is actually bad. So that's why, like, from the very beginning, I've been like, I get the vibe from this game that's like, I've been describing it as Phoenix Wright meets Hunger Games, which is, of course, the ripoff on Battle Royale. So yeah, pretty much. Except instead of murdering everybody, you just have to murder one person and not get caught. But that's pretty much it. Yes, it opened! Woo!
Indeed.
Now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. Quickly open the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. I probably need a shower. Because I've been down here a couple days. Oh, I just realized that my thingy is on. Hold on. There we go. We were finally free. But there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief. Because the real fight had just begun. Yeah, Monokuma thinks we're fucking dead. Oh, we're just going straight into deadly life. Cool. Oh, it's like different music. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. Climbing the ladder in those boots has got to be a thing, yo. Happy celebrating another year of not getting hit by a bus day. Yes, that is a good way to look at it. We climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down.
Hey.
Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Also, you'll probably knock her down too. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Yeah, it's one of those things you don't think about until somebody's like, hey, be careful, and you're like, ah. 4 more and you beat Jesus. That's terrible. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off it. So Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. Really only one something? You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work? How long?
So...
Ever since I can remember. Which, until recently, was not very long ago that you could remember back to. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. Then is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among the actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. How come? It's like your family tradition, right? So...
Right.
Because we take pride in it.
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. This is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. A conscious effort? Just quit looking down at her! Look at the fucking ladder!
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned. I can't say it's entirely rational, but it's our family's creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride. So that explains... Before I came here, when I was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her. Because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family. People were gonna figure it out when you showed up, though. Alright, yeah, Adam, I will let you know. You shouldn't have done things, but... I will let you know. And yet... I gave up some of that pride. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak... OMG, a thing happened! Darkness, thank you for the host! I appreciate it. It was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that. Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about. Unless she didn't give a shit.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about. Then why?
However,
There is something I want to say to him, though. No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. He's probably dead, Kyoko.
So...
I want to sever all ties. So, she hasn't seen him in years, effectively has no ties to him, reveals herself to come to the school to tell him she wants to continue that relationship that way. We'll just drink for that, making zero fucking sense. Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young, so I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented, he had a promising future,
However,
but he had no interest in detective work, so he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument, and young as I was, he left me behind. Oh, he's a piece of shit! Fuck this guy! I'm sure there was a reason for that. Yeah, he's a selfish asshole, probably. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him. Probably not!
right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression, so I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. She never shows emotion on her face anyways. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative. And more emotional. I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
However,
But there's one thing I can never forgive.
so...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
However,
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. He is out of your life! I need to step out of his shadow. That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past, in order to remove him from my life forever, I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. I mean, I feel like it's hard to forget about a child, but alright, sure. But your family, to just cut him out like that? No. No, fuck Makoto. No, Kyoko, you're right. Even though you were totally willing to let me be crushed to death, you are right in this case.
wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No.
Hey,
Is blood really enough to call someone family? Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that, I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing. Good. Probably smart. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. And we were in another garbage pit! Yes? Or that's a thing we can't open. Looks like this is it.
indeed.
On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. Or we're outside.
That's right.
Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? Oh, that has a padlock on it? I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Okay, I was like, Kyoko! Fuck! Damn, alright. Here goes nothing. I reached my right hand up and pushed against the hatch. The hatch opened with ease, and so... There's a surveillance camera in here. Monokuma's gonna know. Monokuma's gonna know. Because there's fuck cameras everywhere. I can't not be seen by the camera. But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. Can't exactly we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Alright. So... Yesterday fucked me up a little emotionally because Kyoko's one of my favorite characters. So I watched her get executed, and then she got undead, And then I got framed for the murder, and she totally let that happen, and then I watched myself almost get executed, thought I was gonna die, and then Alter Ego, who's like my other favorite character, shows up and fucking saves my ass. So I didn't think about this much until later. So the whole thing happened that Monokuma set it up that it was supposed to get rid of Kyoko. Because Kyoko's figuring shit out and he doesn't want her to. But rather than killing her directly, he tried to make it happen via the class trial. But in order to do that, he almost killed me, or whoever is controlling him, the mastermind. The mastermind was like, I can't directly intervene, but was about to murder me so that way Kyoko would get framed for a murder anyway. So it's like, you're already fucking murdering somebody to intervene? So... I don't fucking get it. So, just pointing that out, that's like a contradiction up the fucking wazoo. Anyways. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you. What's with the Alter Ego? With Alter Ego, I think I'm... Oh yeah, you missed... That means you missed 2 whole chapters? You had to have missed 2 whole chapters in order to not know who Alter Ego is. Because I think Alter Ego we had for 3 and 4. So... No thanks necessary, I was just returning the favor. Alright, so, like, okay, so that camera's not looking at me right now, so it doesn't know. No, that's not what I wanted. No, I want to talk to her. Yeah, see? She's there. Talk to her. Game! There we go. So what do we do now? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out... And I'm worried about you too. You helped me, so they might...
Listen.
You're worried? Yeah, of course! Fucking duh!
So then...
Then let's just get a concrete answer. Uh-oh. What is she gonna do?
In other words...
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Why? Why would we invite that?
However...
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out, and it's not like we can run away. Oh yeah, you're gonna be super lost. Short version, this is Hunger Games meets Phoenix Wright. We've all been murdering each other, and I'm supposed to be dead, but I'm not. There you go. As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry, what you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one who's ensnared. The mastermind is ensnared. You said something like that before. What does it mean?
So...
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation of Mukuro's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. There was?
Right.
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. Negotiations? What the fuck is going on? I am off-center, and this is killing me. There. I'm still a little, no, super uneasy about this. But she is right, he's gonna figure it out eventually. We don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going. Alright. I could just warp to the gym, but I like the idea of walking there in case I run into anybody else. Like... And does everybody else know that Kyoko just came to get me? Can I go into somewhere else?
Shall we go?
We need to get to the gym. God damn it. Alright, fine. That's not the button I wanted. Oh, it's nighttime, so nobody's gonna be out, in theory. Alright, well, that's fine. Alright. Here we go!
Well now.
Uh-oh. Kyoko, I don't mind so much! But Makoto's supposed to be dead! What's he doing here? That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay? Probably the fuck not. How did the killer bear come back? There's multiple copies of him. So, even though we dismantled the one, there's other ones. You were supposed to be punished! Did Kyoko help you?
What?
So what if I did? What will you do? If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again, and this time I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko, excuse me.
Right.
Do whatever you feel you have to.
However,
But before you do, let me say one thing.
no.
If you execute Mikoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right? I lose? You, explain yourself. What do you mean by that?
Because
Well, you set up the latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
in other words,
I was supposed to be chosen as the Blackened and then executed, right? Hey, what are you talking about?
however,
But when Mikoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The result of the trials weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
right,
And in response to that unexpected development,
indeed.
you reacted by proclaiming Mikoto the Blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that. You must have realized that Mikoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
However,
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you'd killed it.
am I wrong?
Now here's the absolute truth. Mikoto didn't kill Mukuro. You did.
Listen to me.
So executing Mikoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the Blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose? You talk a big game, you're saying the Blackened is me and not Mikoto? And you can prove this, right?
Well,
No, I can't. Then why are we fucking doing this argument? Don't just say it like that. Yeah, Makoto, I'm with you, man. What is this, a comedy routine to make such a bold claim without a shred of evidence?
that doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there is only ever one absolute truth. And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type?
Because
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you love to inspire.
however,
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts. And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey,
If you were to execute Mikoto right now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased.
indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Mikoto. They would assume that you killed him because that what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope. Uh-oh, we're pissing him off.
Hey,
Of course, you can say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Mikoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. If you want to earn our despair fair and square,
we have to do.
then I suggest you take my advice. So, what is this advice of yours?
It's true.
To do Mukuro's trial over again. Only this time you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown.
One final bet.
Battle
Oh, she's in
between
it.
hope and despair.
Shit.
Hey,
Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? A fair trial, one last showdown. In other words, this would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer, of the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? Hey, Nightsaw. They'll probably just execute me without another word. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Alright, drink for terrible fucking puns. Very?
what's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little bit. So, time for bear jokes! Now, what you've suggested might be possible. Fuck! It would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
In other words,
Does that mean you accept?
you got
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you to unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out, or my despair claim victory? Fuck. I shouldn't have said drink for puns. Let's have one final grisly showdown! Well, it'd been a while since we'd had a drink, so I guess that works. He agreed. We still have a shot at this. But this is a long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end. So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. God damn it. All the mysteries. Oh, I didn't mean to do that button. That's right, every last mystery that's pawing around the school. If you can do that,
I can barely contain myself.
then that'll be enough to qualify as a victory for you. Fuck. Oh, God.
It's true.
That's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well, good. Then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Mukuro's death and solve the mysteries of the school, I'm not gonna count claw, then you win! Aw, boo. Bye, Adam. But if you can't do all of that, we'll all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement! When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me? We're as excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how this all turned out. Yeah, I'm a little shocked too. I'll tell Jackie you lived as you loved, Truck. Yes.
Hey,
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
what's wrong?
I remember, that's for sure. So what?
Hey,
I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And it's a true statement? You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Fuck. Everything is based on the school regulations. And having a trial for Mukuro is no exception to that. So that means that somehow a student did kill her? What are you drinking tonight? Tito's vodka and Coke. Mukuro's trial is no exception, then it's part of the regulations? Which would have to mean that whoever killed Mukuro. It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Thank you, for fucking Christ. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step on Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
listen.
Are you telling the truth? That's not reassuring. Why'd he go quiet all of a sudden?
Now I'm really angry.
I'm done talking. I got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, would you? Why so mad? It's because we called him on something. He seems emotionally unstable. Leave me alone. Get out of here. Okay, I'm just gonna... You're really just gonna let me go? I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment overflowing with despair.
Hey,
Come on, Makoto. Let's go. Okay. Jesus. Alrighty. So, are there actual plushies of Murder Bear? If there's not, there should be. Oh, yeah. I feel like I might need one. And I really want to cosplay Makoto. Or not Makoto. Kyoko at some point. The other person that has the same kind of O end at the end of it. Makoto's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. And just like that, we were out of the gym. I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. Still had my life, and we still had a chance. Theodore Fox Foxington could use a bear friend. Oh my god, they would hang out all the time. We could make a tiara! We could make a tiara for Monokuma. Oh my god. Shit, now I need this. Now I need a Monokuma plushie. Is there a plushie of Alter Ego? Aww. I want you to see stuff I do not play. You make it look fun. Well, I'm glad. See, that's why I like to play indie games. Is because a lot of these things, a lot of people haven't heard of, and so I like playing stuff that's off the beaten path. So I'm glad that's why you come here, and I'm glad that you like it, or at least like watching me play them. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. I don't know. She did try to get you murdered, so I think her just saving you after she keeps putting you in harm's way, I think you're still even. I think it's fine. Only $6? What? There's even Monokuma giant plushies that are like the size of a giant Great Dane. I don't want one that big. Just a nice little, reasonably sized one. Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
However,
Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the Mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
so
They had no choice but to accept.
because
It's all because of that one moment that the Mastermind let their guard down, like I said. So when was it the Mastermind let their guard down?
so
I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the Mastermind said? They said they had hijacked the airways to broadcast their school life to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that.
listen.
And what did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
Indeed.
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off.
However,
And yet somehow the Mastermind was able to do it.
in other words,
But think of it another way, there must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult. A reason.
so
They had to show the world something no matter the cost, us killing each other. They wanted to show the world, yeah, Kyoko sounds like she understands everything and is not telling us. He has a cosplay hoodie. I don't know if I would do the hoodie. I would have to see what that looks like. But if I just had him on Akuma, that'd be pretty awesome. Say hi to my cat Lex again. Hi, Lexa! I'm glad you like watching my streams. We should make her a little kitty tiara. Everything I have, like an odor, a concussion from that fall into the garbage, and another near-death experience. Drink for that! Ashley on fucking fire with that.
it's
The Mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. That makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
in other words,
So the Mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. But why?
correct.
To prove a point, most likely. Prove a point?
Hey,
The outside world is a name for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept. You're talking about hope, right?
that's right.
And for those of us who represent hope to kill each other and sink into despair, the Mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and prove that despair is better than hope. I don't know about better, but maybe stronger. That's their goal, is the ultimate despair. What? You want to prove that despair is better than hope? Jen's voice acting is top. So now I'm very conscious about it. I do want to actually, like, find a place where I can, like learn how to control my voice in a way that I could do actual voice acting stuff. I just always thought that'd be a fun skill. But that's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right, it is ridiculous, completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is it really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer? Probably. That kind of sounds like that. Is it drinking stream as well as birthday? Of course we're drinking for the birthday stream. You
Makona.
can't have a birthday without drinking. I mean, you can. Not here, though. Here, tiara. You gotta wear a tiara for your birthday, and tiaras mean drinking, so I have to drink. I know how angry it must make you, and yet, that same motivation is what led to the Mastermind revealing their weakness. Can we stop talking in circles and you just answer the fucking question?
In other words,
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world, the Mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If the Mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
at the very least,
At least that's how those who were watching this would have seen it. And that's why the Mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves, except they did?
Indeed.
That is precisely the reason. We still killed Mukuro, though. It's Jen's B-Day. In 3 hours and 20 minutes, it is my birthday. So we're doing it now, yeah. No, actually, because then it's going to turn into, like, the hosting thing did yesterday, where it's, like, people are just going to say it, I'm not going to be able to keep track of who all is new that comes in and does it. If someone raids, we're fucked. But I do have something I will drink for if it happens, but I can't say it until it happens. There's a reason for that, and that'll make sense later, if it happens. Anyways. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished, but in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me. Yeah, thanks for reminding us of that. Happy early birthday. Well, thank you, Enigma. I appreciate it. Yeah, I purposely picked the stream time to start so that way we'll stream into midnight, stream into my birthday. It was a very intentional choice on my part. So instead, they tried to use the class trial following all their proper rules to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, then they made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. Oh snap, what's up?
Yo.
Yo, yo. How's it going?
Good.
We have to double drink for you being here. You like my tiara?
I do. I love your tiara.
The tiara's pretty epic.
You like my drink?
Is that just the stuff in there?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. You're gonna go for your bike ride?
Yes.
Awesome. We'll enjoy.
I have a joke for you.
You have a joke for me?
Yep.
We're in the middle of serious stuff, but please tell me your joke.
I walked into a bar with jumper cables around his neck. The bartender says you can have a drink, but don't start anything.
You can leave now. Thank you. Bye. Ashley's gonna fucking love you for that. I love you. Oh, God. Alright, we gotta drink for that. Oh, God. That caused me pain. Alright. Oh. Alright. Oh, yeah. Low link for you, everybody. Alright. Back to the game. Due to that failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion.
Indeed.
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in perfect form.
In other words.
It would only do the mastermind harm to have it shown that they'd violated their own regulations. But all of that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge.
However.
Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance, because you believed in me. Another path opened up. So I can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. She's the ultimate detective! Of course she figured shit out! I didn't have the slightest clue.
Wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet. But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least, I won the bet. Who's the ultimate gambler now? As a joke, because Celeste was the ultimate gambler, but she's fucking dead now. Hey, Lil Mom! What's up? She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief. To be honest, I hadn't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I'd shown my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic.
However.
Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time.
Correct.
Or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. You're right. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There's no option except to win.
Hey.
But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. Yeah, I just get to show up and be like, "What's up, bitches? I'm not dead!" So... True, but now we know who our real enemy is, sort of. All we have to do now is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Why did she marry him? That's a great question. Work together with everyone.
However.
Is that really possible? I don't know. Byakuya is still a fucking piece of shit. Excuse my French. I tweeted this the other day. I was out grabbing some supplies to finish the cosplay, which I didn't show you guys the work in progress picture yet. I took a sweet picture earlier, and I'm excited. I was somewhere, and there was like a kid in the next aisle over. She was like 8 or something, 8 to 10. And she, like, something happened, like, I think something, like, she dropped something, and she yelled, "Sacre bleu!" Excuse my French. And I snorted. It's like, this is the funniest thing. Oh my god. Lovely tiara, thank you. This is the early birthday tiara. No one else knows Makoto's still alive? Apparently not. I don't know. I don't know if she told them she was coming to rescue me before she fell down the garbage pit after me, or what. Anyway, right now we have to go find the others. Also, what's been happening the last, like, 2 days while I've been in the garbage pit?
Shall we go?
They're probably in the dorm somewhere. Shall we go? Alright. Let's do it. Oh, that's not the exit. Just kidding. Happy birthday. Thank you, Will Riker. Oh, I appreciate it. Alright, let's just warp there. This one. That tweet made me literally laugh out loud. Good. Where am I? Oh, I'm here. Alright, so, like, we're in the dorms. So, like, where are we going? Are they in the dining hall? Okay. And suddenly we were greeted with... Oh, shit! It's nighttime and I went into the dining hall. Oh! I didn't notice that. That was a mistake. Oops. Drink for that. You again. Okay. Is he broken? I suppose his emotional instability reached its limit. Oh my god. Jeez, what the heck?
However,
I wonder what that was all about. I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief.
is that Makoto? You guys!
Alright, so we're all in here at nighttime, so I guess it doesn't matter anymore. Offer the bear a drink. Maybe he did. Maybe that's Monokuma's problem. He just needs a drink so he can just chill out a little bit.
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto. Huh? You survived?
Cause I'm amazing. I like Byakuya's face of like, the shit? Not gonna read. Wait, not gonna read what? There's only too much. There's only so much going on. Or there's only so much I can keep up on. What? Not read what? I can't see anything from Young Bro. I don't know.
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach.
Nice to see you too, asshole.
I'm just asking to make sure, but...
Hero, if we have to do this ghost bullshit again, I will strangle you to prove I am not a ghost. Everyone was there, all my friends who had struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up. Don't cry! Don't do that! Ugh. But seriously, we're all in the dining hall at nighttime. Wait, what's that smell? I've been in a garbage pit for 2 or 3 days.
What the heck?
Yeah, man, seriously, that stinks. It's Makoto. He smells like a wet dog. Get away. Shoo, shoo. Yeah, my bad, guys. In a flash, my tears dried up. Alright, well, thanks, guys.
Yo.
Makoto, what was it like hanging out in the spirit world? I didn't go to the spirit world.
You know?
Oh, he's not doing it anymore. Fuck. My mom called him a wuss. Now you know it's bad. Did you get to talk to her? Who? Miss Cleo. Hero, please. No, I didn't talk to her. I mean, I didn't go to the spirit world. I mean, who the heck is Miss Cleo? God fucking damn it. Nipple punish. Thank you for the happy birthday. I appreciate it. I still can't believe you survived. Yeah, me either. Do you realize why it is you escaped execution? It was Alter Ego. He saved my life.
That's right.
Not too many people could say they've had their lives saved by a computer program. I imagine if it was a learning experience for you. Fuck, I hate that guy so much! So what have you guys been doing while I was gone? Oh, you know, banging. Well, we figured since that class trial was over, we'd have access to new places again. And... no dice. All the rooms that were locked before were still locked. So there weren't any new areas. Then where can we go to find new clues? It's revisiting old places to get old clues. Also, we have the key thing. Kyoko has the key thing. Ugh, you stink. Are you rotten?
I'm telling you.
Rotten physically, mentally, every way you can be rotten. Sorry, I was rolling around in garbage for a while. The smell is so smelly. What's this girl? Super smelly. You smell even worse than me. Way worse than me. I win. She seems happy for some reason. God. So you do not look over there. In 3 hours, I'm gonna be 29. So, I'm turning 21 for the 9th time.
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain? Explain what? But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
That's related to what I have to tell you all. I need to tell you all about the last class trial. Last class trial?
In other words...
We're going to redo Mukuro's trial. Not even here your Thursday? No. It's the last year I get to say I'm in my 20s. Yeah, old guy in my club. I'm gonna be in a club with you, Iris. I mean, all the good wines are aged, so I want to join the wine club. What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't do it, like I keep telling you. Makoto isn't the killer, and of course it's not me or any of you. Then who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is it was all the work of the mastermind. What, you're saying the mastermind killed Mukuro?
That's right.
That's right, it was an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to stop it.
However...
How am I late to this? I don't know! But his decision meant that he would be the one to die. You spotted the trap, did you, Makoto? Make it sound like it was easy. I just, you know... Fucking... Byakuya, this is the, like, 3rd time that I've caught something Byakuya hasn't, and he still thinks I'm garbage. Alright, guys, just because you're older doesn't mean I'm not also getting old. I'm old for the internet, let's be real here.
However...
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time. And the mastermind agreed? What? Does that mean they really did break the rules? Oh, Mom. God damn it, Mom. They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
Correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial. You said, now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you're referring to.
Don't be mean.
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here because I'm stupid. I can't follow the conversation. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again, later. So knowing all this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Mukuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind? But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. Every last mystery? But we've been looking around all this time and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway...
You're everybody's cooler older sister. Aw, thanks, Logic! You've probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies. Everyone? Hey, who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine living here with forever with Master. Meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible. Anyway, at this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth. In other words, one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say. But figuring out who the mastermind is and how they killed Mukuro and all the school's mysteries, it's a pretty tall friggin' order. Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll all solve all those mysteries. I'm starting to think that Hiro's hair spikes don't just go outward, they go inward and poke his brain. Probably. Yes. I'm not so sure about that. Huh? I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. You literally said that in the gym! You can't agree, why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
Indeed.
That's what I thought too, at first. I literally said it 10 minutes ago. But I've since changed my mind. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. Hint? It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already. Oh, drink for fucking flashback. This killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
I see.
Monokuma said that, did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. But why? Here's something fuzzy stuck to my lip. Got it! Alright, we're good.
So in other
The mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuro, as Kyoko says. And the mastermind would have to have set foot in the school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mukuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
in other words,
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in the killing game. Then the mastermind is... There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. Add in Mukuro and you get 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them?
that's right.
And of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue, or do you get it now? You're saying the mastermind is one of us?
No way!
You can't be serious! Wait, we can't say that for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said that all to confuse us. I don't think so.
Indeed.
It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore. Yeah, I mean, they're the ultimate, right? The ultimate despair, so they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. But if one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
Well,
Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret.
but...
I don't care how sneaky you are, we would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times. Maybe Monokuma was on autopilot, maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way you could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. It wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation. Maybe, but still.
This is a school announcement. You've all probably figured this out by now,
Uh-oh.
but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode.
Let's drink for that sounding ominous as shit.
So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school.
I did not expect that.
Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit.
Huh.
Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
Alrighty. How do his little bare hands hold that glass anyways? I've never seen him have articulation in them. Maybe I'm just not paying enough attention. How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. We need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name of
At
my
this point, I
family.
can rely only on myself, on the Togami blood flowing through my veins. Blah, 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 blah. Words are hard. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility. Alright, bye, asshole. If I don't have to talk to you anymore, that'd be great. After making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. Master, he didn't take me with him. Do you blame him? Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without the cream. Or coffee. You're totally useless. Coffee is not useless, first of all. Also, you're making no sense. For a writer, you're not doing very well right now. Alright, that's fine. She left. That's cool. With that, Toko charged out of the dining hall. And now she's gone. And you're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right. Which just leaves Makoto, Hino, and me.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself, too.
Just a second.
Wait, how come? Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. Yeah, you go fucking do that. Alright, bye, Hiro. Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall. Everyone's really gone off by themselves? What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing. Yeah, okay. I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know? But up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been there, I would have died. Makoto? It's really nice of you to say. But she actually had nothing to do with me not dying? So, fuck off? But still, I know I've been totally useless. So I figure at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later! Hina was in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall straight to the donut stash. And once again, it's just us two.
Indeed.
We make out by the end of the game, right? Like, we need to hardcore make out. So you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko? Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together.
So...
That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Sure. Doing our own investigation doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as us splitting up to cover more ground. And then we can get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right.
So then...
Well, I better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
Correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in the school have been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before. Makoto, no matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary. With that, Kyoko was gone. I'm not insulting her! I'm just saying that's probably what she did! Don't be so cruel. Fuck. I won't drink for that terrible joke. Oh shit, we're actually on extras now. We can work separately together. Or we can work together separately. Goes either way. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. Still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of the school. And then we can all escape together. Alright. So, doors that were locked before. I guess I'll start by taking another look at Mukuro's Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with the knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe, which we figured out was the bundle of titanium arrows. The body was uncovered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we find out who killed Mukuro Ikusaba, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up till now. Headmaster's room, the biolab, the door in the data center with Monokuma's face on it, and the second floor dorms where the gate was before. That should be open now, right? For that, I'll have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder, which means the garden and the dojo. Alright. Let's... Oh, sweet. Let's go... Let's go to the biolab first. We'll start at the top and work our way down. I'm gonna get a Hina body pillow, cry myself to sleep. Alrighty. Not the button I wanted. Biolab. We sent you a tweet about Lexa and her collar that was indeed has a crown tiara on it. Yes! Here I am in the biolab. It's so cold. It's like abnormally cold. I feel like I'm in a giant refrigerator. Odd. Seriously, why is it so cold? There's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. I've seen something like this before. I said I've seen this kind of thing in horror movies and stuff. Are they like... It's a fridge for storing dead bodies? Why does the school have that? Does that mean the biolab is actually a morgue? Should probably take a closer look around. Son of a bitch. Why is there a morgue in the school? Alright. On the side, there's a bunch of glowing blue lights, but only some of the lights are on. The ones on the left. The right-hand lights are off. Some kind of booklet here. It looks like an instruction manual. How's Jen reading all this and not getting tongue-tied? Oh, that's why I keep tripping over my words. It happens. We offer an eco-friendly alternative to standard dry ice for all your cadaver needs. Jesus. In addition to the germicidal lamps, we also provide an ozone generator for the removal of ethylene gas. Simply insert the cadaver and the blue light will let you know that the automated systems have activated. Temperature and humidity levels will be adjusted automatically for optimum settings. With our system, anyone can keep a body fresh as a daisy for as long as you need. In the unlikely event of a problem, the red light will activate and an alarm will sound immediately. The exterior is stainless steel, and we do offer an optional leather upholstery upgrade package. Why? This is the instruction manual for the fridge. Looking around, I think I get it. It seems clear to me now. It's some kind of makeshift morgue. Biolab secret has been added to the truth bullets. And about those lights by each slot. It looks like it's been set up so that when a slot is occupied, the blue light comes on. Is this where all of us have gone after we've died? Which would mean inside each slot, lit up in blue, another one of the victims is... Shit. Can't let my emotions take control right now. There's only one thing I can do for everyone who's died, and that's defeat the mastermind. And to do that, I have to continue my investigation. I don't have any other option. Alright. So there's 6 of us left, so there should be 10 lights. But there's 9 lights. So I just want to point that out. Feel like that's probably gonna matter. They popped out of the snow like daisies! Oh, yay, Mom. Stack of tarps here. I've been seeing a lot of these things lately. Surprised if surveillance camera can work with how cold it is in here. There are icicles hanging from the monitor. Alright. I think that's all we got in here. Yep. It's only the 16 people that have started that were in the game. So, alrighty. So now we gotta go down to the 4th floor. No, wrong button. I want to go to the data center and go to the Monokuma room. Hey, it's Ahina!
Makoto?
Are you here looking around too? Is that what you're doing here? No, I'm just hanging out, eating donuts. Yeah, I can't help but wonder about that Monokuma door.
Yeah,
So I figured, if all the doors in the school have been unlocked, that one should be open too, right?
but...
Although I couldn't bring myself to open it. Because it might explode, right? And that really sucks, so you open it. Why do they keep making me open the possibly explosive doors? I'm sure she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting blown up. God. Okay, so I guess I'll open it. Wait, let me take cover first. I don't want to get exploded. Hina, race over the nearby desk and hid underneath it. Okay, go ahead. Everything will be okay, right? Alright, here goes nothing. I threw all my weight into it, but the door opened much easier than I expected. Whoa. There was no explosion, thankfully. My first impression was, holy shit. Whoa, this place is totally sci-fi. Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. Alright. There's some kind of hatch on the floor, but right now I'm more concerned about the weird device. What is this device? It looks like some kind of control panel. It's really over the top, though, like some kind of military installation or something. You know, you chicken shit. Yeah, it kind of looks like a mech cockpit, right? The film, he'd probably freak out if he saw it. Cockpit. Cockpit. So the Monokuma room had a control panel that looks like some kind of cockpit. Then could that mean... Alright, let's start poking at it or whatever. I'm gonna start pushing buttons. Let's not do that! You didn't want to open the door because you thought it would explode. We don't know what the fucking buttons do. Hold on, you just can't... You can't just or whatever something like this. But it was too late. Hina was already jabbing away at the control panel. Huh? Did you hear that? Yeah, I think it came from the other room. Hina, what did you push? I'm not totally sure, but I think it was that one. The button that says Data Center. Data Center. I took a good look at the control panel. Oh, they're all fucking labeled. And I saw a bunch of buttons, each with the name of a room next to it. Just like Hina said, there was one labeled Data Center. That must be the one she pushed. But the Data Center, that's right next door. The room we were just in. That's where the strange noise came from. I'd probably better go check it out. Yes, please. I'm kind of scared out of my mind right now, so I'll just cheer you on from over here. I was totally okay pushing random buttons that could have caused an explosion, but I don't want to go investigate the noise. Well, it's not going to let me talk to her. Because she's just going to keep telling me to go look at it. So those buttons are what trigger the Monokuma to pop up. Did I just hear what I think I heard? Yep. Is that Monokuma? And he's not going to say or do anything. Hey! Oh, never mind. Give me all your donuts! Is that you, Hina? What? Oh man, busted! How did you know? Anyway, what is this? Some kind of remote control camera kind of setup? You don't even know what you're controlling? Well, I mean, I can't really see anything from in here. Ah, guess what I found? A self-destruct button! Don't hit that. Whatever you do, don't push it. Aw, man! Were you seriously gonna push it? Anyway, I guess that settles it. That room with the Monokuma drawing on it, and the control panel inside. Alright, let's go back in. Whoa, hey Makoto, what the heck was that just now? You know! What do you mean? What you were controlling just now, it was Monokuma. Monokuma? What, for real? Yep, it looks like that panel definitely controls Monokuma. Which means the Mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. Yeah, they were definitely in here. The Mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. And this control room is totally separate from the data center area with all the monitors. In other words... Hey. Maybe the Mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. There we go. Kyoko's theory was right. But if the Mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from here, that means they've been inside the school the whole time, right? I guess that would have to be true. But if that is true... It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns! Anyway, here's a hint. Drink for another fucking flashback. Oh, 2 of them. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. Oh, that's right, we had the Kyoko flashback. Fuck! Then the Mastermind, Monokuma's puppeteer, really is the 16th student? No, it can't be. There's no way, right? Monokuma control room has been added to the truth bullets. What's wrong, Makoto? I don't like that face you're making. Oh no, it's nothing. We're drinking for flashbacks that aren't during a trial. We don't drink for trial flashbacks, because the whole fucking trial is flashbacks. Oh, okay. What about you? Is everything okay? Oh, well, it's just... This is where the mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they've set up traps or something? I can't say it isn't possible, but I really hope it's not true. So, like, you want to leave soon? There's still lots of other places to check out. Good point. We can't waste all of our time standing here. Okay, you want to get going? Yeah. Alright, nothing else in here? Nope. Leave the area. Click. As soon as the door to the data center was closed, I heard a strange sound. What was that? The door just locked on its own. Uh-oh. My hand shot out to grab the doorknob. Oh shit, we only get to go in once? As soon as the room is empty. Shit! You're right, it's locked, but why? Of course it's locked, because the data center is now restricted! Monokuma? Okay, so the person was hiding in the hatch? Oh yeah, I know, if I was doing shots, I would have been dead a very long time ago. Hey, no fair, you can't just go around restricting whatever you feel like. I'm pretty sure you can. It's for your benefit! Because if that room stays open, I won't be able to move around. Imagine how depressed everyone would get if the school mascot just up and stopped moving. Then that room. As you may have guessed, that's where my controls are. So right now you're being operated by someone in that room? Correctamundo! But that doesn't make any sense. We were just in there and we didn't see anyone. Oh, you didn't, did you? Are you sure you were as thorough as you could have been? Did you happen to check a certain suspicious hatch? It wouldn't let me. The hatch on the floor. Too bad, that was your one big chance and you blew it. Could I have actually looked in there? Of course, that hatch can't be opened from the outside anyway, so whatever. Now then, this room is officially restricted, so no more investigating. I'll be relying on you guys to tell the others. Fuck. He's gone, but... Was he telling the truth? The mastermind was hiding in there? In fact, if you think back to when we got locked out of the control room, that proves it for sure. Then when I said we should leave... The hatch couldn't be opened from the outside anyway, right? So it's not your fault. Sorry. Anyway, we don't have to let it get to us. We have to stay positive and make the most of the time we have left. You're right. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's keeping my body moving. I'm gonna run around and tell everyone what we found here. Nice, you got me all motivated again. Okay, I'm out. See you later. Hina took off at a full sprint, and I have to do what I can too. It's the only way forward. Alrighty, headmaster's office. I don't know if it's just the data center or if every room I visit is going to turn around and lock. If you do a good job reading all this, well, thank you, Enigma. This is the headmaster's room. I've heard an awful lot about it, but this will be my first time seeing it for myself. There is shit everywhere. Ah, Makoto, it's you. Oh, Byakuya, great. My favorite fucking person. Alright. Lots to look at in here. Papers on the floor. There are documents scattered all over the floor. Somehow it makes me feel anxious. There are trophies and even a shield in the display case. Even in the headmaster room, there's a monitor.
Come on.
Hey, Makoto.
Not
Are you ignoring me? You think I'll forgive that just because you're you? Yes, I am ignoring you. When we get out of here, remember this moment. Fine, I'll fucking talk to you. Well, you came to the right place this time. Would you like to see something interesting? What do you mean, something interesting? Take a look at this. It was on top of that pathetically ostentatious desk. Oh, hey, it's the class roster. Class 78 student registry. Contains profiles for all of us, and Mukuro.
So in other
Apparently, Class 78 refers to us. Wait, when we found Mukuro's profile in Kyoko's room...
I see.
That's right, it also mentioned Class 78. This must be where Kyoko got that page. Why has no one killed him? I don't know! He really does need to just shut up and go away. And since the rest of our profiles are listed in there along with hers,
In other words,
there could be no doubt Mukuro was a student here at Hope's Peak Academy, just like the rest of us. Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student. That must be how Kyoko learned about it. But it seems like Kyoko was in a hurry. What do you mean? Talking about when she stole it. The uneven tearing, the way the page had been crumpled, she must have been in a hurry. Well, no shit, she was not supposed to be in there! Well, since she's stuck in to get it, I'm sure she wanted to get out as fast as possible. But what's your point? She was in so much of a hurry that she only got the first page. The first page? Oh, there's more? Correct. Mukuro's profile actually contains 2 pages.
So, in other words...
In other words, when it comes to this profile, there was more information about Mukuro that we still didn't have. Oh, shit. What kind of information is it? Why do you ask me to explain every little thing? You can read, can't you? You wouldn't let me look at it without talking to you! Shut the fuck up! It seemed to be some sort of detailed report put together by the headmaster himself. I don't know what kind of man he was, but I'm glad he left us such an interesting clue. I was half listening to Byakuya as I skimmed through the report. Mukuro repeatedly reappeared suddenly, and in the background an entity floats close but just out of reach. The entity known as the Ultimate Despair. Right now I can't be sure if this is a single person or some kind of group. Whatever it is, Mukuro definitely has some sort of connection to it. I have a bad feeling about all of this. I need to push forward with my research into the Ultimate Despair, and I need to pay attention to Mukuro's behavior too. Do those 2 pages count as a flashback? I don't think the page counts as a flashback. This is just my gut feeling, but I think she's dangerous, so let's invite her to the school. Despite the countless battles she must have gone through as a member of Fenrir, when she entered Hope's Peak, she didn't display any signs of battle wounds or scars. That fact alone proves her tremendous skill in battle. Naturally, I want to believe in her. She's one of my students, after all. But if I decide she's a danger to the other students, I will be forced to take all reasonable measures. Did she look like a danger and he tried to kill her and she went nuts? Like, is that what happened? Mukuro was a part of the Ultimate Despair, which we already fucking knew. I don't think there can be any doubt about it now. But wouldn't that mean that Mukuro and the Mastermind were allies? And so why... Why would they kill Mukuro? Plus, even the headmaster seemed to be afraid of what Mukuro was capable of. They would have had to take her completely by surprise to kill her like that. That's also true! First time seeing it, so it can't be a flashback. No, it's not the first time we've seen it, Eileen. That's the profile's old news. Or maybe it means the Mastermind is even stronger than Mukuro was.
What?
What's wrong, Makoto? Nothing? You seem to be lost in thought, but I should probably point out one other thing. There's another important bit of information within that file that you should note. What is it? Did you notice the picture in there? Picture of a girl perhaps you've never seen before? A girl who seems to be included as part of our class. Yeah, we know that we didn't know about Mukuro. Who isn't in the biolab? There should be. That's the question. Is there only? There's only 9 things active. That should be enough for you to figure out who the girl is. Is someone at what? Further information about that girl is included in the file. 5'7", 97 pounds, and even lists her vitals. I don't think your measurements are your vitals, Byakuya, alright? Like, that seems pretty fucking sexist. That her chest measurement is a vital. Well, what do you think? What do I think? Are you asking me, like, if she has a nice body? Makoto! You hopeless idiot, what I'm trying to tell you is maybe you want to keep that in mind for later. Maybe you'll make your way back to the corpse, and maybe you'll think, oh, could that mean... What is he trying to say? There's a chance the body isn't actually Mukuro? Is that what he's saying? Personally, what I'm thinking seems all but impossible, but it wouldn't hurt to confirm, right?
It's all clear.
That's all I was trying to say. What you do with that information is your business. So I'm back to being Byakuya's errand boy. How intelligent? That's right, I forgot about that. Intelligence. It was a friend of mine, I'm gonna use friend loosely, who was asking me to describe it was a male friend of mine who was asking me to describe a female friend of mine that they were gonna be meeting for the first time, because he was single and she was single, and he was trying to, like, feel that out. And he was like, how intelligent is she? And I was like, did you mean to do this? And just was, yeah, he's like, how intelligent is she? So that, yeah, I forgot about that joke. So drink for that. Oh, I guess doubling. I I haven't been able to watch enough for this. I wish I'd caught it from the beginning. Yeah, this game has been crazy. Like, and I know you like watching the streams, but they are going up on YouTube. Like, I'm rendering faster than I can upload, and that's causing a slight problem. But I'm hoping I can get the entire Danganronpa series up to release while I'm gone for the week of RTX. So. Oh, and one last thing. I'm a fucking twat. It's a bit of advice from me to you, so I just suggest you pay attention. Don't be a twat. People will want to murder you. Advice for me? You seem to be getting along with Kyoko quite well. Oh god. Guys, what is this advice gonna be? It's not that we're getting along, she's just done a lot to help me. Well, don't put too much faith in her. Huh? The cost of that faith might be more than you can afford. Look, she already tried to get me killed once. I don't know how much worse it can get, okay? What are you saying? Just what I think. Call it a hunch. A hunch? But my hunches tend to be proven right. Except not! Your hunches in, like, all of the fucking trials have been wrong! All of them! Your hunches are not right! They, sometimes, yes, but not tend to be. The advice is free this time. Take it or don't, as you will. I'll keep it in mind. Thanks, but no thanks. God, fucking... Bookshelf seems really well made, and it's filled with files and thick books. Even in the headmaster's room, there's a surveillance camera. No, not yet. Did I hit everything? Can I look at the desk now? Apparently that's us. It has profiles on me and everyone I met at the beginning, and Mukuro. Just like as Mukuro was apparently a new student here at Hope's Peak. Part of the... She was never in the room, which means her and the Mastermind should have been allies. But then why would the Mastermind kill her? Weren't they friends? Yeah, alright. Let's leave. Maybe he's confused about what hunch means, or maybe he's confused about what right means. Like, that could be it. Yeah, Byakuya tried to get me killed in the first trial, so, like, he was convinced I was the killer in that one. He was convinced I was the killer in the last one. He was convinced that there were, like, 2 other people that had killed Sakura. Like, he's been wrong a lot. Alright, anyways, truth bullets. Places to check. We checked the headmaster's room, we checked the biolab, we checked the Monokuma door. Second floor dormitory. Second floor. That's the pool. Wait, where's the dorms for the second floor? Wait. 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 I'm confused. Are there other stairs? Maybe those stairs. Oh, that's right. These, okay. We're good. The gate's open. Tried to kill everyone in the second trial. I'm trying to remember the second trial. Oh, yeah, that's right. He did try to kill everyone in the second trial. He tried to frame all of us by fucking with the crime scene because he's a prick. I forgot about that. It's not even laced with innuendo. He straight up was referring to my flagpole at one point. You know exactly what he meant by that. Alright, which means I have to do it. Alright, here we go. New area. Oh, this does not look good. Looks like some ancient ruins. Or no, it's more like a battlefield, like a bomb blew up in here or something. Shit on a brick. Oh, that's blood. Shit. This door is perfectly fine. Damn. Let's look in the bathroom. Open the door just a crack, glanced inside, and immediately closed it again. There wasn't even a hint of a bathroom, just a big pile of rubble. Well, not the button I wanted. Really? That's it? Just that in the bed? The bed is completely torn apart. I mean, it's not even really a bed anymore. It's just garbage. I don't know. It still looks like a bed. With blood on it. Okay, nothing in here. Nothing up my sleeve. Alright. Can we see anything else? No. That doesn't look good either. Alright. Let's go into the girls' bathroom. It's the girls' bathroom. Even in a place like this, I can't bring myself to going, God damn it. Let's check out the boys' bathroom. Well, this still looks fine. There's literally nothing in here. Okay. Cool. The fuck is that? This room is filled with lockers. It must have been for the Hopes Peak students who came before us. The class before ours must have used these lockers. Shit, man. Why is that blocked? This metal plate mounted to the locker. I really want to know what's inside, but there's no way. Can't imagine any way to get this locker open. I'm not even gonna bother trying. Well, Makoto. Oh, that one can open. Wonder if I can open this locker. Rattle, rattle. Nope, locked. There's a card reader installed on the door. Must be how you get the locker open. After all, it's pretty similar to the card readers for the locker rooms on the second floor of the school. You have to use your e-handbook to open those up. So does that mean... Let's just give it a try. Took out my handbook and ran it across the card reader. And then... Nope. No luck. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do it. Wonder if I can open this locker. Alright, we're gonna do this again. Nope. I get the feeling one of these might actually open. Pry bar, baby. I know, right? Like, they're... If this belonged to the class before us, they're not here anymore. They're not gonna mind. It's fine. This metal plate mounted to the locker. Da-ba-da. Just gonna check everything. Looks like this locker's already broken. And... Nope. I'm sure there has to be a reason for this at some point. Can I click on this one that's like totally busted open? Nope. No, okay. Jesus. I'm really hoping one of these opens, but I think that was the last one. Maybe it opens for somebody. Alright. Think we're done in here. Yeah, I can't see any more reason to do this. Alright, but seriously, why is there a giraffe on the door? Oh, God. Jesus. Oh, whoa! Have I been missing stuff here? There were no windows on this one, right? Okay. Alright, so there's that. Let's go in here. That was disappointing, I agree. Okay, this is probably the headmaster's quarters then. This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. It's a more adult atmosphere. Oh, hello. It's the headmaster's private room. Kyoko!
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. A regret? Alrighty. Let's just talk to Kyoko first. Kyoko looks almost meek right now. She must be thinking about something. I probably shouldn't bother her. Okay. It's the opposite of all the other rooms we've had. Alright, let's start here. There's a PC on the desk. It must have belonged to the headmaster.
It would seem...
Whoever used this last looks like they were very interested in the ultimate despair. The PC still has some search results left on it. Then we might be able to get some info on the ultimate despair?
However,
There's not much, though, with nothing we don't already know.
in other words...
The ultimate despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. That group is responsible for the tragedy which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sorts of people whose driving force comes from despair.
However...
And that's all there is. Not much to it, is there? But I guess that's the best you could do as a complete Kirigiri failure. Whoa! But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on. I see. That's a good outlook to have. Alright. Chair. A leather chair. Can't imagine a student using something like this. It must have been the headmaster's. No shit, we've already been over that. There's a strange gap in the wall. Is it some kind of design mistake or a construction defect or something? No, it's a hidden fucking room!
So...
There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze? There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Open space, does that mean... You mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. You know how to open it? Did you figure out some kind of trick or something? Yeah, push on it.
Indeed.
A very easy trick, yes. So easy, I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. I saw a program on that PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open right up.
However...
But I don't have a clue what the password might be. All we know is it's probably made up of letters and or numbers. We can't really go from there. Right, it's not nearly enough to go on.
It's true.
I looked through all his paperwork, all the files on the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password. It's her name! The password's totally her fucking name! When I think of how much time I wasted on this... Jeez. So there's a hidden room she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume that there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. But maybe for her, there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. And if Kyoko can't figure out a way... figure it out, no way do I stand a chance. No, wait, there might be a chance. The password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of, or something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name?
What?
Sorry, I was just trying to think of what the password might be. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as his password. Knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try, just to be sure? It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Do whatever you want. Too many failed password attempts and the room blows up. You know, I'm glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name, but if that's not it, that might just hurt Kyoko even more. Way to go, Makoto.
Hey.
If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay. In that case, here goes nothing. I collected myself and turned to face the computer. Let me just type the password here. Click, click, click. Typed in her full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. My hands were tense, slightly trembling as I finished typing it in. Womp womp. Time for a drink. Drink for what? What did I do that was drink worthy? What? That did it? Kyoko, it worked! Yeah, she's not gonna be happy about that.
Why?
Yeah. Kyoko? Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Kyoko, how much you want to bet the headmaster's dead in there? Time for a drink. I need a reason to drink! You guys gotta give me a reason. Secret donations are still a thing. by the way. Win prize. You win prize if you hit it. And if somebody hits one of those, I don't know if I'm gonna do it. Last night I said I was gonna do a shot for it. I don't know if I'm gonna do a full shot, because I think we still got a long way to go on this. I'll do something. I'll do something, but you win prize if you get that. And you don't get to just decide. I get to say drink because I say so, but you guys don't get to do that. Yeah, follows, hosts that have viewer counts. When it's a trial, drinking will happen. Don't worry. Stream on a Friday night, that's drink worthy. Lamont's trying, I'll give her that. There's a present in there? Hey, Kyoko? I may as well not even have been in the room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing. A present? His head is in a box. It's the headmaster's head. The headmaster. Get it? Hey! Alright. Wrapped and covered with such joy. That's what made it so unusual. Oh man, you guys see the picture back there? Better check out the suspicious present before I do anything. Alright, fine. There's a brightly colored box here. It seems totally out of place in here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm getting kind of a bad vibe from it. But I mean, we can't not open it. Sure we can. Okay!
Makoto.
Be careful, Makoto. Why, you think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous. But surprising, probably.
It would seem.
If it is what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. It's totally a head! So you know what's in there?
Anyway,
Just don't scream or anything, okay? Oh my god, it's totally gonna be a head! Are you saying it's something that'll make me want to scream? Okay, I'm just gonna open it! Step by heavy step, I approached the box, took a deep breath, and took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Light began to sneak its way into the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside, and... I screamed. I told her I wouldn't. Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. I was close! I was really close! We'll drink for that. It was bones. Human bones. It was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined?
I see.
Just as I thought. Just as you thought? How could you have known that? I mean, there were bones in there. Human bones! It's not that I was thinking of the bones specifically. I just had a feeling it would be his body. That's pretty much the same thing, a dead guy in a box. My father. What about it? He's Makoto!
Correct.
What you found in the box. Those bones. That body. That's my father. Or at least what's left of him. He suffered one hell of a blow to the head. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad? I imagine he'd have a lot more skin on him. The same man she's been searching for? Hold on, how can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him?
So,
Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in this school right now. Oh my god, this is flashbacks. This all just counts as one flashback. It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students, and the only people to take a single step and help speak since the killing game began are those 16 students. Alter Ego said that the headmaster was probably here in the school, but the only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were us 16 students. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume
in other words,
that most likely my father was in this school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption, anyway. As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. Or no, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. She said it was just as she thought, so she knew it was a possibility. But I have to believe that at some point she wanted to be proven wrong. Which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she cut off all ties, so she could cut off all ties. But was that all there was to it? I gave up some of that pride. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. Would she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. Fuck. Alright, let's start looking at everything else. This filing cabinet seems to be the kind of place you'd find a clue. I should take a closer look. But I don't think Kyoko would like some stranger like me touching her dad's stuff.
Hey.
It's fine. Check out whatever you want. Are you sure? Okay then. I went through each drawer one by one, starting from the top. Oh, boo! Loma missed stuff. I don't know at what point you disappeared. We just found the remains of Kyoko's dad. So, in a box. But all I found were piles and piles of unrelated documents. He was pretty dedicated to his job, huh?
Well?
It's just because he didn't have anything else. He could have inherited our family business, our legacy. Instead, he left it all behind.
No.
If he couldn't even handle a job like this, he would have been that much more of a failure. I'm sure he couldn't stand the thought of that, and it made him desperate. This picture. Nice to see she's had the same hairstyle since, like, forever. Hey! Young bro, thank you! It's all faded. It must be pretty old. Is this a picture of... Yup. Kyoko. Yeah, I'm sure she wants to look at it. Makoto, come on, man!
Why would you?
This is annoying. I came here to cut myself free of the past, and yet... to now find something like this. So what do you expect me to do now? Then I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time, he must have really cared about her. Why? I wanted to face him and tell him myself, to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. It's the whole reason I came here. I don't think it's the whole reason. And now he's abandoned me again. And this time he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father? Probably! Sorry. This is all revenge for throwing Makoto under the bus earlier? Yes. Absolutely. Alright, what else do we got? Over here! The headmaster's desk. It's probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it out, but I really don't want to touch Kyoko's dad's desk without her permission.
Hey.
Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around as much as you like. Are you sure?
Because-
Never let anything get in the way of the investigation. I don't. Okay then, if you don't mind. Starting from the top, I opened all the desk drawers and looked inside. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But in the last drawer... Ooh, please be a master key. We can go back to the lockers. It's an e-handbook, right? It has a label on it that says in case of emergency. I'd found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk.
In other words,
A handbook with no limitations given to the student's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what that is. I think you're probably right.
it would seem...
It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? Bikyo? I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay? Alright, let's go back to the fucking locker room.
Hey.
Listen, Makoto? Can I ask you a favor? Favor, what is it?
So...
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this. And I know it'll only inconvenience you that much. What's up?
I might be tipsy.
You might be tipsy. I thought you went for a bike ride.
I did.
And then you came back and started drinking?
Yes.
How you doing?
Yeah.
Come here. We can go get the chair for my crafter, but you can hang out with me so you don't have to drink alone.
No, I already drank that whole thing.
Drink that whole thing.
I drank my whole bottle already.
That bottle of pink stuff?
Yeah.
There was alcohol in that?
Yeah, there were 6 shots in that.
You didn't drink that on your bike ride, did you?
No.
Okay. I thought that's what your water bottle was.
No,
your...
I drank that when I got back.
How long have you been back?
40 minutes.
How far did you ride?
I did about 12 miles.
How's it going?
Great.
How's the cheesecake?
Oh, the cheesecake is good.
Okay, did you do the test
just-
before you pulled
yeah.
it out? You
Jiggle,
just
jiggle, jiggle.
okay. You sure it was done?
Yes.
Okay. So you got to do the jiggle test. Because if my cheesecake got ruined after all that, I'd be really upset.
I know.
I sure wave at the peoples.
Hi, peoples.
Okay.
Oh, your mom's in the chat. Now your mom's
Yeah.
gonna know that I'm drinking.
Like she doesn't know that you drink.
I know.
You need a tiara though if you're gonna keep drinking. You shouldn't keep drinking though. You should drink water.
I should drink water. Yes,
You should
I
do
should
that.
drink water.
Okay.
I can stop interrupting your stream.
Okay. We just found her dad dead in the box. Oh my god, are you okay? You just want to hang out there for a minute?
Yeah.
Okay. Sadie says hello. Hello, Sadie. Someone else is pointing out the alcohol has water in it. So, there's that. Alright. I know it'll only inconvenience you that much more, but
Hey,
could you leave? Oh, shit. Okay, sure, yeah. Oh, my tiara's falling out.
correct.
Just for a little while. I'd just like to be alone for a bit. Kyoko, don't worry, I'm fine. I just need to calm down a little bit. After all, we just found my dad's dead body in a box.
The fuck?
Just a second.
Oh, yeah. I need to get my emotions in order. You know, Kyoko, you told me before about the relationship you had with your dad. How you're only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. But I don't think it was supposed to change there. Maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see... Oh, maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you were going to say? If so, it's just a theory, and this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the facts of what happened, what I went through. That problem can't be solved so easily. You're right, I'm sorry.
Anyway,
Once I've got myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself. Okay, I understand. I'll see you later. Alrighty. Let's go back to the fucking locker room. Is she really okay? Kyoko, it must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. Flashback! To find out what happened to the headmaster. There's no doubt the mastermind performed that evil deed. They killed the headmaster, killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. The headmaster is dead. Yes, we have established all of those things. Fucking flashback. The one leading the Hope's Peak staff, the one who finalized the plan to isolate you, was the Hope's Peak headmaster. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in this school right now. But we were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind. Which means the mastermind's true identity is... Oh my god, how many times are we gonna flashback to this? I'm not reading it again. I'm not reading it again. We're drinking for it, but we're not doing it again. Kill a game, 16 students. The only people that are here are the 16 students, blah blah blah. 15 of us met in the main hall, and add Mukuro to the mix and you get 16. And including me, only 6 of us are still alive. Everyone else is dead. Oh god, really? We gotta relive all those? Why did they do that to us? Oh! Even Mukuro. Even she's undeniably dead. So the ones still left alive are... me. I'm pretty sure I'm not the mastermind. God, wouldn't that be a trip? Byakuya. Hiro. I mean, Toko already has kind of like a split personality thing going on. Maybe there's a third one in there? Hina. And Kyoko. Only those 6 people are still alive. And there's no question. Wait, no, that can't be. I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be. So, I'm thinking it's weird that there's a body missing in the makeshift morgue. And I'm wondering if the body that we thought was Mukuro wasn't actually Mukuro, but was just like one of the old bodies dressed up to make us think like that? I wonder if I can open this locker. Nope. Okay, let's do the card reader thing. You good? I'm gonna take that as a yes, I hope. Alright, no luck. But wait, what about the emergency handbook I found in the headmaster's hidden room? Oh my god. Just what I was hoping for. Let's see what's inside. This locker is totally disorganized. Whoever it belongs to probably has organization problems in every part of their life. Guys, it has a crystal ball in it. Is this Hero's locker? This is a crystal ball. A crystal ball? No, it can't be. There's no way he ever used this locker. It's just not possible. There's all kinds of textbooks and notebooks stacked up in no particular order, and dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever's stuff this is didn't do a lot of studying. Not that I can really talk. Trying to act as casual and natural as possible, I picked up one of the textbooks I saw. But the moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness I may have had evaporated. This is Heroes. There's no denying what I saw. Inside the notebook was written Yashahiro that. This is our Yashahiro? The notebook also contained a large number of notes for a variety of different classes, which would mean he attended classes here. That can't be possible. I mean, Hiro came to the school at the same time as the rest of us. And we were all sucked into this evil world. We never had the chance to take any classes. So what is this notebook? Locker notebook has been added to the truth bullets! It's just a deck of playing cards. No, they're tarot cards. But wait, aren't those used for telling fortunes? It's just a coincidence, right? No, I was supposed to find that before I found the notebook. Alright. Nope, didn't mean to do that. Alright. That locker. Let's see what we've got inside. I don't see anything that might be a clue. Oh, fuck. I wanted there to be a locker for each of us. This thing is practically empty. Alright, just that. It's just one thing, some kind of pocketbook. I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure whose it is. But there's some writing inside. It could be important. I don't like violating the owner's privacy, but I'd better take a look. Looks like a girl's handwriting, and all the letters are spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Whoever wrote this must have been really meticulous. Huh? I was flipping through the pocketbook, but my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there, words I'd heard before. There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in a communal life. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster, and my father. He was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The point is to keep our student prodigies safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it is not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as the foundation for a new era. This is the only hope we have. I hope you'll be willing to go along with this plan. So that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. I can't imagine a worse father. Drink for that, shocker! This can't be true, can it? But I knew it was, and I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko. It couldn't be anyone else. But if this belongs to Kyoko, what was it doing in this locker? You know what it was doing in this locker. What she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. She said she hadn't seen her dad since he left when she was little. We're not we're not drinking for this flashback. This is literally what just happened. What does this all mean? Quickly scan the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong about this whole thing. But when I reached the last page, the question mark spinning through my mind just started spinning that much faster. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled. Despair walks among us, and so we survive. What did that say? Shit. What is this? What does it mean? I have no idea. How could this possibly make any sense? I didn't get to read the last bit. There's a second despair. Okay. Locker pocketbook has been added. The more I see, the less that makes sense. Because these lockers, I mean, they had to belong to the previous students, right? So why am I seeing this? Why are there things in the lockers that look like they belong to people here? A notebook that seems like it belongs to Hiro, and a pocketbook that seems like it belongs to Kyoko. There has to be some kind of explanation, but if I want to find that out, I have to keep moving the investigation forward, and I have to believe in everyone. Alright, that was this locker, so let's do this one. Took the emergency handbook, open the locker, nothing. Alright. Nothing in here. No, I want that locker. Nothing. Alright, so that's all. Okay. Okay. I'm thinking. Which is dangerous. So we gotta go to the garden and the dojo again. I'm gonna go to the garden last. Let's go to the dojo. I mean... we found pictures of some of us together before. And we found a notebook of heroes. And Kyoko's obviously talked to her dad. When we arrived, we all fainted and then woke up in various classrooms. And there's the theory that the mastermind did something to Kyoko's memory. What if we're the tragedy? And this has been going on for a year somehow, and when we passed out and woke up, it wasn't just a straight up, like we've already been here for a year. That's the only explanation for, like, why there's photos of us together. And everything's fine and dandy. And why Hiro has notes for classes. Is we had to have been here when there were classes. So what if it's not just Kyoko who got her memory boo-booed? Which sounds ridiculous as I'm saying it out loud, but like... oh, that's my theory right now. That's the theory. I'm also gonna not look at the chat for a little bit, just in case anybody says anything they're not supposed to when I get the mods. Time to clear that. Toko's not saying anything. I don't want confirmation or being told I'm wrong or any of that. I'm just gonna hypothesize my little heart out. Oh, Toko, so this is where you were.
What do you want?
Am I so disgusting you want me out of your sight? Fuck this girl. No, that's not at all. I just thought maybe you'd found a clue. Well, I haven't. I didn't find anything, not a single clue. I figured since this place was related to the case, it would have to have something, right? But there wasn't anything out of the ordinary here. Give it back! Give me back my precious time! Calm the fuck down! I like Jen's thinking face. I do have a very intense thinking face. Calm down, Toko.
What's your problem?
Don't tell me to calm down. Do you have any idea what I'm going through right now? When everyone finds out, they're gonna call me useless, good for nothing. They're not wrong. I just realized I still haven't showered. I was spent a couple days in a garbage pit. We were just like, oh, let's investigate. And it's like, it is nighttime, so the water's off. But like, I would like to take a shower, please. I'm not sure I can disagree with that. I don't want that. I'm sick of always being looked down on. Why won't anyone accept me? It's because you're part serial killer. I don't think there's any clues here, so maybe I'm gonna get going. Alright, but like, seriously, there might actually still be clues here. There's a bunch of wooden lockers here. We found a clue in here, but it was just the mastermind's attempt to frame Kyoko. Totally mentioned Sakura out here using this to train. The cherry tree's in full bloom. Yep. Is there nothing else in here, really? Target seems pretty far away. I'm amazed what some people could do with a bow and arrow. Alright, yeah, nothing in here. Maybe because the serial killer half of her is more tolerable than her normal self. She is, though! That is absolutely true. Alright, nothing in here. So, garden. Huh? It's gone. Mukuro's body. It's not here. Did the giant fucking plant eat it? Alright. Start clicking on everything. I want to learn archery. It's fun. I like it. Sprinkler control panel. 7:30 in the morning. Let's look at the chicken coop with the 4 chickens. Monokuma flower. Is it true? Does it really eat paper, plastic, and people? I don't think it's related to the case, so I better keep my distance. I mean, why is that a thing to point out if it's never going to be relevant? So you get soaked by sprinklers every day, right? And that doesn't break the camera? With the burn down my arm. Oh yeah, you gotta be careful with the placement of that. I want to learn alchemy. Oh, Mom. Maybe the body's inside the tool shed. I better check just to be sure. Didn't find anything even close to a dead body, but if it's not in here either, then it must be... Could it be in the biolab? But corpses aren't the only thing I need to check in here. There's one other thing. The tarp. Tarp played a key role in another case, so I better look into it. Boom. Tarp. Killer used the tarp to keep the sprinklers from getting the body wet, which means the killer might have left some clue behind here. Huh? Didn't notice this before, but there's a small stamp on one corner of the tarp. Yeah, how did I not fucking notice that? It says biolab. Yeah, it came from that pile of tarps in the biolab. Which there's tarps in plenty of other places in the building. So this kind of goes back to the idea I had a while ago, that the body that we thought was Mukuro's wasn't actually Mukuro's, that it was like a reused body from everyone who was already dead. So you're already gotta transport a body from the biolab. You're gonna have the tarps in the biolab. I feel like that kind of goes along with that. Tarp has been added to the truth bullets! Alright. So let's go back to the biolab? I don't think there's anywhere else we need to go. That's all I really need to check here. Or I'm not going back to the bio lab. Shit!
This is a school announcement.
Fuck.
Is everyone working hard? Is your investigation coming along nicely? Well then, since you're all giving it your best, your generous headmaster will give you a little hint. For those of you who are interested, please make your way to the gym ASA possible.
Oh, fuck. Now he wants to give us a hint? It's suspicious, there's no doubt about that. This could be a trap. But even knowing that, he said to go to the gym, right? Shit, I was hoping it was going to be a choice. I feel like this is a distraction to keep me away from the bio lab for the second time. Oh, hey, hero. Makoto? Why'd you act so surprised? No reason. You heard Monokuma's announcement, right? Are you here to find out what he has to say? Hero, what's up? I just did, actually. I'm on my way out. You already talked to him. What'd he say? Listen, sorry, but I gotta go. Hero, wait. ASA possible. Or, how did he say ASAP? Awesome. How did he even do it? Fuck, I have to pay attention. It does seem like something I would say. No, after the actual headmaster died, or was killed, I guess, Monokuma assumed the role of headmaster. There was no point in trying to stop him. He ran off like a frightened animal. It's like he was trying to avoid me. I was hoping to talk to him about the notebook I found in the locker. Has he been hiding something this whole time? I'm really nervous that he's sabotaging us. ASA possible. Okay. WT fuck is my favorite. Oh yeah, I love that one. Alright. I'm really concerned. Hello! Welcome! Welcome! Hello! Are you ready for your final hint? It just so happens to be in the envelope on the ground in front of you. The envelope? This must be the envelope. And just so you know, I won't be answering any questions about what you find inside. Don't worry, just get on with it. Monokuma's cryptic words didn't make me feel any better, but I picked up the envelope and opened it. What I found was a single photograph. It featured a bunch of faces I recognized extremely well. It was everyone who'd come to Hope's Peak at the same time as me. Wait, but there's someone behind Sayaka. She's the only one I don't recognize. That's Mukuro. That's not true. I do recognize her. That's right. When Byakuya and I were in the headmaster's room and we looked at that file. Mukuro Ikusaba. Then this girl is... Wait, what? Why? Why is Mukuro here with everyone else? And even more than that... I like how Junko's face is completely covered. She's the fashionista, the photogenic one. Fucking Taka, man. Does everyone here pose like this is weird enough by itself? And we're all wearing matching uniforms. I don't remember anything like this. And now that I'm looking at it, it's not even everyone. I'm not in the picture. I'm not in the picture. I'm the only one not there. Uh-oh, that's gonna make me look mighty fucking suspicious! The picture has all 15 other students, but not me. But I guess that makes sense. After all, I don't remember ever taking a picture like this. I went to junior high with Sayaka, but the first time I met everyone else was when I arrived here at Hope's Peak. So it's natural for me to not be in this picture, but what's definitely unnatural is that everyone else is in the picture. I thought everyone was like me and didn't know each other till they got here. But if this picture is real... And you can't even say I took it because it looks like Hifumi took it like in a mirror. Could it be everyone else and just me? Everyone here except me is... How long are you to keep up this rambling soliloquy of yours, Hamlet?
What are you gonna do?
You're kind of getting in the way standing there, you know? So I mean, get out! But... I told you I'm not fielding any questions. What kind of mystery would this be if I gave you all the answers? They'd be totally out of left field. I guess that means he's done talking. Damn it. Group photo has been added to the truth bullets. So in the end, all I found in the gym was even more confusion. With that confusion in hand, I left the gym, dejected. How does that count as a hint? It just made me even more confused. Is that what Monokuma was going for? Probably. Did he put together a fake photo just to confuse me? I don't think it's fake. I don't think the photos are fake. But it looks so real, so full of life. How could anyone fake that? Maybe I'm just behind Sakura. Which would mean everyone but me. Maybe I should just ask everyone directly. That should clear all this up. I don't think it's gonna clear shit up. No, I have to clear all this up. Alright. We're gonna go back to the biolab. I went the wrong way. Shit. Yeah, no wonder Hero's freaking out. That looks really odd if I'm not in that. I decided to visit the biolab one more time. The first thing I saw when I got there was her passed out again. Oh, that means there's blood in here. Toko. Oh, God! She looked at a body. Fuck. Alright, well, let's just check on her. Toko, are you okay? No, she's not dead, is she? Fuck. It's cold. It's super cold. It's so cold. I think I might catch a cold. If you keep taking naps in places like this, I'm sure you will. What? I was asleep? I must have fainted again. I bet you were standing there staring at me, getting all excited, weren't you? No, I wasn't. Oh, then what? Hot and bothered? Straight up horny? Okay, so why did you pass out? I don't know. Last thing I remember was me waking up just now. What did you do to Miss Morose? Oh, that's right. Your memory stops and starts each time you switch. Bingo bazinga! We share some basic knowledge, but our memories are very much separate. And don't say it like it's a bad thing. It's a blessing as far as I'm concerned. Because even if she forgets something because even if she forgets something, I totally remember. It's like the memory. No, it's more like half. Alright. But all I want to know right now is where's my little darling? Tell me now, or I'll slit your throat. I don't know. I'm sure Byakuya's around somewhere doing his own investigating. By himself? I assume so. I knew it! I totally knew it! I'm a total pro when it comes to all things master. Anyway, I gotta hurry! I can't even imagine how lonely he must be right now. God damn. Toko shot off, her eerie laughter echoing behind her. Totally forgot to ask her about the picture. There's no point in asking Genocide Jack anyway. Besides, I have more important things to do right now. Why did Toko faint? There's gotta be some reason for it. Probably this. I'm gonna guess it's that. A fridge, it's open. But I'm sure they were all shut tight last time I was here. That must be why she passed out.
Right.
She faints so easily. Kyoko.
Makoto.
It's getting late, isn't it? Are you okay?
Indeed.
Bitches be crazy. Yes, Mom. Indeed they do. I'm sorry if I made you worry. No, you don't have to apologize.
Listen.
But listen, about this room.
It would seem
It's a morgue. We've established that.
I knew.
I suspected as much. And Toko must have looked inside the fridge, seen what was in there, and... well, there you have it. You knew she'd fainted?
Indeed.
I was on my way here when Genocide Jack came running past me. I assumed she must have sneezed, but once I got inside, the real reason became clear.
It would seem
I imagine she came here to investigate, and when she opened the slot there. That's when she saw the body inside and dropped like a bag of rocks. Why's everything gotta be so difficult with her?
anyway.
Anyway, we should get it. We should close it up. Don't want to leave it hanging open like that. Good idea.
Makoto.
Give me a hand with this. We should look at it. Kyoko approached the fridge, hands outstretched. But suddenly, she stopped. What's wrong?
Listen.
Maybe we should wait a second before closing it. How come? Because Mukuro's body is in here. Mukuro's corpse? Mukuro's body is inside the fridge?
I see.
Just like every other time, the Mastermind probably brought it up here while we were in the class trial. The Mastermind did it. Because they assumed we wouldn't be doing the class trial over again, I guess.
So...
You may be right. Either way, now I can finally get a good look at the body. That's right, Kyoko didn't get a chance to check the body during the last investigation.
Makoto.
I need to do my own examination of the corpse as soon as possible. I'm going to find a clue this time, and I'm going to grab the Mastermind by the tail. Alright, so what should I do?
So then...
Why don't you just wait over there? I'll let you know as soon as I'm finished. Just wait over there, that's it? Alrighty. So, anything else worth looking at? You know, I think I've seen a tarp like this somewhere before. Boom. Probably the one stamped fucking biolab. Go figure, right? Same one as I found in the garden tool shed. If I remember, that tarp had a stamp on it that said biolab. That's the tarp that was used to help camouflage the murder in the garden. At some point, someone got it from the biolab and took it over there. Tarp has been added in the truth bullets. Yay, alright. I've already looked through this instruction manual, more importantly. Can we open other ones? On the left side of the refrigerator, a bunch of blue lights are on. These ones aren't. It would seem the blue light comes on when a slot is occupied. So when someone's in there, the blue light comes on. Looking around, the number of lights that are on, including Mukuro's, there's 9 in all. 9. 9 lights? There we go. Thank you. I should ask Kyoko about that group photo. After all, she's in it too. Don't let me interrupt your investigation, but I wanted to talk to you about something. What is it? It's about the announcement Monokuma made earlier. You mean the one about a hint or something? I didn't take him up on the offer. Why not?
Because...
Hey, Miss Music! The only reason he'd give us a hint at this point would be to confuse us, to cloud our judgment. I can solve this mystery on my own without whatever hints he may have to offer. That's a good point. Wish I could go back and do the same thing, but what's done is done, I guess. Standing here looking at her, I don't think she's hiding anything from me. Is she right? Did the Mastermind forge that picture as a trap to confuse us? That's gotta be it. There's no other explanation. Alright, bye, Jiminy! Okay, Makoto, I'm done. Already? Jeez, that was fast.
Indeed.
Anyone can do good work if they go slow. In that spirit, I'll make my report brief. Did you find anything?
Indeed.
I paid careful attention to the wounds and the traces of blood, and it seems highly likely that the stomach wound and blow to the back of the head were inflicted after death. Whoa! Really? The burnt tissue made things a little difficult, but I'm completely confident in my findings. So that means neither of those were the fatal injury, right? We thought the blow to the back of the head was it. Then what was the fatal injury? Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. The only other option is those other wounds, but the files said they were old.
Is that right?
Where does it say they're old?
Because...
All the Monokuma file says is that they were inflicted at least several days ago. I guess I don't see the difference.
Wrong.
The difference is immense, considering the impression they give.
Listen.
You seem to be equating several days old with simply old.
However...
But that doesn't quite follow logically. Old wounds makes it sound like they've been there forever, not like they're not related to the murder. Are you saying they are? But all we got from the Monokuma file was... We all got the Monokuma file right after she was killed, right? So if we got the Monokuma file after we found the body, not after she was killed, and I feel like that's an important distinction. So if the wounds were at least a few days old, then there's no way they could have had anything to do with it.
So then...
But what if Mukuro herself wasn't killed within the last few days?
At the very
Certainly you can allow it as one of the many possibilities, can't you? One of many.
Right.
A detective doesn't have supernatural powers. There's no way to predict the answer from the beginning. Instead, the ideal detective begins by imagining as many possible scenarios as they can.
In other words...
They envision these possibilities without prejudice, without bias, using only their logic and common sense. Then, as they investigate, they test what they find against each of these possibilities. Of course, me telling you this doesn't mean you'll be any good at detective work, but beyond using that to solve this particular mystery, you should keep it in mind for the future. Alright, Kyoko's account.
Hey,
So if there's anything else you'd like to know about the condition of the body, now's the time. Come to think of it, there was one thing. Earlier, when I was looking at Mukuro's profile, it listed her height and weight.
So,
5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds. Vitals were 31, 22, 32. Did I get that all right? You remembered all that? They are indeed consistent with the corpse. So then...
indeed.
And don't forget about the Fenrir tattoo. There's absolutely no mistake. Our victim in this case, without a doubt, is without a doubt Mukuro Ikusaba. Alright. Well, there's that.
And?
Is that all you wanted to ask? Yeah, I think so.
So then.
Then it looks like we have no further business with Mukuro's body. Let's get going. It's kind of chilly in here. Wait, are we not going to put the body back? Don't you think it's kind of sad leaving it out like this?
Why?
Sad. Did you forget she was our enemy once? A part of the ultimate despair. But she still got killed. She's still a victim.
Hey.
Have you ever heard the phrase, you reap what you sow? Well, yeah, but still... You really are naive, you know that? It's really quite appalling. But she could have abandoned me. She could have abandoned me, but she decided to help me instead. So for someone like that, what does it mean to be naive?
So then.
I think we've done all we can do here. Back to our separate investigations, yes? Hold on. I still have one more thing to do. Something I need to talk to Kyoko about. Yeah, let's talk about fucking that. I need to ask her about the pocketbook I found in that locker. If I don't do it now... Okay, so fucking do it! Hey, Kyoko. I did have one last thing. I know I shouldn't, but I feel like I have to ask. Go ahead, then. Out with it. Have you really not seen your dad ever... even once since you got here?
What? So...
What do you mean? You know all those lockers on the second floor of the dorms? I do, yes. But to get into any of the lockers, you'd need the handbook of whoever the locker belongs to. Actually, I managed to get them open using that emergency handbook.
I see.
The one you found in the headmaster's hidden room.
And?
Did you find anything worthwhile in the lockers? I found a pocketbook, and after looking through it, I think it must be your pocketbook.
Why is that?
What makes you say that?
Because...
Like I said, only the locker's owner should be able to get into it, right? I can't imagine those lockers belong to any of us. After all, we only got access to that area just recently. What I'm saying is, there's no way I could have had access to any of those lockers. And if I did have a pocketbook, why would I bother putting it in a locker? Everything you just said makes perfect sense, but there was something written inside. It was about the headmaster, about your father.
What? If that's true...
That video is real too? What video? Show us! Oh, do we get to see those other people's videos finally? Makoto, I think everything is finally starting to fit together to reveal a cohesive picture. Although, I'm afraid that picture might be worse than anything we could have imagined. What are you talking about? I need to go investigate these lockers right now. I need to confirm what you just said with my own 2 eyes. Okay, let me give you the headmaster's handbook. That way you can...
So...
That won't be necessary. If it's really her locker, she can open it with her handbook. If I'm right about this, I shouldn't have any problem opening the locker with my own handbook. After all, it would seem that it's my locker. Your locker.
Makoto.
If you watch this, it'll all make sense. Oh my god, I get to see your video! Yes! I wanted to know what's on everybody's fucking videos the whole fucking game. It's class number 78, urgent interviews.
So...
Oh, no, it's not. Okay, it's a different video. Fuck. Alright, never mind. I'm sad now. Drink for disappointment. I'm sad now. I found it in that room, in that hidden room after you left.
Anyway...
I don't have time to explain exactly what I think it means, so just watch it for yourself and see. I think you'll realize exactly what it means. You'll understand why you found my pocketbook in a place none of us have ever seen before. None of this makes sense right now, but I guess that means there's some important clue on this DVD. Interview DVD has been added to the truth bullets.
Makoto.
And now it's my turn. Do you have a second to listen to me ramble? Ramble?
In other words...
So as it turns out, the arrangements I'd made didn't stick. Uh-oh. What I mean is, I'm less and less sure of everything, even my own feelings. You're talking about your dad, right? I can never find the answers to the questions I wanted to ask for the rest of my life, and all because of the mastermind.
However...
But there's one thing I am sure of. When it comes to the mastermind, there's no room in my heart for forgiveness. Oh! Oh, she's getting serious. I swore to destroy the mastermind. This is just one more reason to follow through on that. Kyoko's eyes burned with the fire of determination. The determination to defeat the mastermind. Insert Undertale joke here. It's strange to be confronted with his death and suddenly feel this way. I couldn't care less if my father had found happiness.
Why?
So why does it bother me so much to know how he suffered? It's ridiculous. There's just no understanding it, I guess. She let out a small laugh as she said it, but her smile was filled with sorrow. So that's it for my rambling. There's still much to do before I can consider my task complete. Yeah, you're right.
Hey.
But keep this in mind. There's only ever one absolute truth. Whether that truth serves justice or suffering, whether it's the greatest truth or the worst. What do you mean?
Makoto.
Even if the truth you uncover is filled with hopelessness, you still can't give up hope. Absolutely not, because all I can do is keep moving forward. That's pretty much all I'm good at, you know? Indeed. Sorry if that was strange.
So then.
Anyway, I need to get going. I'll see you at the class trial. Leaving behind that final farewell, Kyoko was gone. Better get going myself. Got that DVD from Kyoko. I should head to the AV room to check it out. Kyoko said something about hopeless truth. But no matter what happens, I won't lose hope. Even if it's the worst truth in the world. I can't afford to lose. Alright. We're gonna go this way. For gym. No. Nurse's office. No. Oh, I should go in the archive at some point. Where is the fucking AV room? That was the nurse's office. Main hall. Oh, there. Got it. Okay. Probably the thing with the giant fucking exclamation point in it. Nurse. Wait. Fuck. No, not that one. There we go. That room. I thought I saw something in here. Never mind. Alright. I have a feeling we're gonna have a feels train or pure fucking confusion. I'd better take a look. I took the DVD Kyoko gave me and put it in the player. It said that it was playing, but nothing appeared on the screen. I stared into the black of the monitor. It must have only been a few seconds, but to me it felt like an eternity. And then all of a sudden, an image appeared. Sayaka? Took me by total surprise. I hadn't seen Sayaka in who knows how long, and there she was.
Okay then, are you ready to begin?
The voice I heard was of the man positioned on one side of the screen. It was the voice of a middle-aged man.
I do apologize, but I hope you don't mind if I record our conversation.
We haven't seen her in a long time.
I'm a little slow, you know. I never really got the hang of taking notes while having a conversation.
It sounded like he was trying to make a joke, but Sayaka's tense face didn't move a single millimeter.
So this video is meant to serve as a kind of contract substitute. It's not that I don't trust you guys. It's more like insurance.
The fuck?
Please don't worry too much.
I would be worried right now!
Now then, let me get straight to the point. There is a chance that you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
You want me to accept that? Sayaka was obviously at a total loss. It made total sense. Who would agree to spending the rest of your life in this school? I accept. What?
Thank you. And I'm sorry about all this. Well, I can promise you that I will do everything in my power to keep you safe. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, I give you my word.
As if on cue, that's where the video cut out. There's not more? It said interviews plural, so I expected there to be more of them. There's a lot I hadn't understood up till now. But this, only this, I simply couldn't comprehend what I'd heard. Because I know how much Sayaka wanted to get out of here. I know how much she wanted to escape and pursue her dreams with her friends again. She wanted that so bad she tried to frame me for murder. Yeah, that was a thing. So why would she say yes to living here for the rest of her life? As I sat there thinking about it, I noticed a sudden light. On the monitor, the video that I thought was finished flashed back on screen. My eyes darted back to the screen. And if I was confused before, what I saw next pushed me right over the edge. Alright! Drink! Everybody fucking drink! I don't... What I saw was me. Impossibly, undeniably me.
So, Makoto, before we begin, I should let you know that I'll be recording our conversation. Yes.
That was a really breathy yes. Me and the headmaster were looking at each other. He and I were having what seemed like a fairly normal conversation. But the I in the here and now, had absolutely no memory of it. I'm liking my theory. I'm liking my theory a lot now. I had no memory of even meeting the headmaster, much less sitting down to talk to him like this.
Now, shall we get straight to the point? Makoto, there's a chance you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that? Yes.
This can't be real. I said
I'm
yes?
sorry I'm putting you through all this.
Well, I mean, we don't have much of a choice, do we?
But I promise that as long as you're in this school, I will do everything I can to protect you.
There's so many questions.
As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, that's the very least I can do for you.
Once again, the video cut out. From there, the video repeated the same scene again and again with the others. Byakuya. Toko. Hina. Everyone. They all said that they agreed to live in this school forever. And then... Kyoko. Her interview with him had been recorded just as clearly. Without a doubt, she had met him. She sat down with the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, her father, and when he asked her his question, she answered the same as everyone else. She accepted a life within the school. Just as Kyoko's interview was wrapping up, the monitor suddenly went black. It wasn't just the monitor, the DVD player itself had apparently turned off, which of course meant the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened? Don't be Monokuma. Oopsie, looks like it broke out of service! What? It just so happened to break now? Now then, when? Doesn't matter. Failure can strike anytime, anywhere. That's what failure is, right? Shit. Failure my ass. You get the power on purpose. Failure my ass. I love it. Whatever. Even if I watched the whole thing, it'd just be more of the same. He'd ask them the question, they'd all say yes. I couldn't help myself. I let out a huge, exasperated sigh, but as I did, I remembered something.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation with myself. A disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to the school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey,
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. Convenient outcome. Something that seemed to obviously work in favor of the mastermind. So does that mean I've lost my memory too? What about the others? Have we all forgotten? Or... Interview DVD has been updated! Shit. Shit. Oh, shit, it was a flashback. You guys are right. You're right. Oh, but we're down, people. It's only a single drink. Drugs! Oh, man, Mom.
For anything that has a start, there has to be an end. And if the end comes, then that means it's time.
Drugs and magic. Oh.
There is no night that doesn't have a dawn. Although that dawn is totally pitch black. There is no storm that won't eventually end. Of course, then that leads to drought. beginning of the end of the class trial.
Shit.
Everyone gather once again at you know where.
Shit. Alright. Here we go, guys. This is gonna be it. It's about to begin again. The class trial is going to start. The final class trial. The last time all our lives will be on the line. The last time hope and despair are on the line. I don't have a choice. I have to do this. Okay, then. This is the end. God, that's a really cheerful. This is the end! Not that one. I guess I'm the first one this time.
Makoto,
You're early, Makoto.
listen.
Does that mean you feel prepared? For now, at least. But where's everyone else? Why aren't they here yet?
However,
Don't worry, I'm sure they'll be here soon. And just like she said... Byakuya! Byakuya? They arrived one after another, but they were in the same state of shock. Quit looking at me like that. Hina? They all think I'm the mastermind because I'm not in the photo. Hero? Silence. And it wasn't any normal silence. It was the deafening silence of fear and suspicion. It was like the first class trial.
You called for me and so I appeared.
I'm late! God.
I'm on fire.
Oh, Strong Silent Master was so wonderful, so cool, so hot, my loins are ablaze! God damn it, really, girl? Now listen, everything will be fine if you just leave it to me. With my sharp scissors in hand, I'll stab and gouge and shiv the Master of Evil. But I thought you couldn't kill anyone but adorable little boys. If it's what Master wants, it could be boy, girl, or anything in between. I can handle it. Oh, there she goes. Where am I? No human language can describe the disappointment I'm feeling right now. Is everyone here? Oh, and wearing our gloomy Gus faces, I see. Let's begin!
chills, kills.
This final class trial is going to be slattered in pitch black despair. Climaxium sorrow.
That's fine.
Climaximum? Oh, Climaximum. I skipped the letter. Whatever. Don't worry about it. You're right. This is the final class trial, and this time it'll be fair. What do you mean this time? Stop with all the slander. I'm a bear in good standing, you know? If there was a Mr. Fair Guy Universe contest, I'd take home the tiara every year. No, it's my tiara. Fuck off. I'm gonna win this game super fair and square.
Today,
And I'll make sure everyone watching at home knows that despair is mightier than the hope. Enough of your tedious drivel. Begin the trial already. Sure. Let's begin the trial already. I'll be waiting for you down below.
guys.
Don't try and run away. Oh my god. Laughing as loud as ever, Monokuma disappeared. Whatever. This will be over in no time. With an inexplicable confidence, Byakuya was the first in the elevator. It's because he's convinced he knows that I'm the fucking asshole again. One by one, the others followed. Fuck. God damn it. Nobody made eye contact, nobody said a word, they just disappeared into the elevator. They're all acting odd. Like they're paranoid, suspicious of each other.
However,
But you know why that is, don't you? Yeah, I think so.
however,
You can tell us all about it soon, at the class trial. You're right, I'm ready.
so
Ready to win, right? Of course. I'm glad to hear you say that. And then Kyoko was aboard the elevator. Started making my way towards the opening, step after step toward that gaping maw. I'd resolved that this would be the last time. I repeated to myself that there was no fear, no mystery left. I pushed the anxiety down, calmed my trembling body, and finally on steady legs, I passed the threshold and stood in the elevator. Without warning, it began to descend. Deeper and deeper. Deeper, deeper, deeper still. Okay, yes, we get it. Makoto, we get it. I closed my eyes and sight fell away. All sound, too, disappeared. Alone in the universe, I waited for the elevator doors to open for the last time. What could have been seconds or centuries later, I felt the gentle vibration of the elevator come to an end. I slowly opened my eyes. Oh. This is the final trial site? What do you think? Isn't it just the perfect background for deciding a person's fate? It's the long-awaited last stage, the always exciting final boss battle. And I'm gonna sit in on this one. I'll just sit right here in the vacant 16th seat. Does that mean he's a part of it? Yes. Yes, we want to save. Alrighty, so we're in the trial prep. So here's what's gonna happen is I'm gonna go take a quick break because I am almost out of my drink. So I'm gonna go get myself something for that. So, people are taking bets in the chat for what you think the drink trial is gonna, or drink count is going to be at the end of the trial. Pathos is keeping track of it. And here's what we're gonna do is, because it's my birthday stream and it's gonna be my birthday in an hour and 15 minutes, if anybody hits it right on the dot, that prize that I say I will send to people if they hit the secret donation amount, I will send one to you too. So if anybody hits it on the nose, that prize is for grabs. And if you're like, what prize is she talking about? So if anybody hits the secret donation amount or gets it right on the nose how many drinks we're gonna end at on the stream, I have prints. So my cosplay photo prints. So I'll send you this sucker. Ta-da. That's me as my Zelda. Check it. Send you that. I also have another one. I don't have it on me right here, but I'll send you both of them. And I'll send you one of our pins. There we go, pin. It's blurry right now. I promise it's really sharp and clear. So, with that, I'm gonna go do my break real quick. And we'll just leave this music on. It'll pump us up. And I'll be back in like 2 or 3 minutes. I should probably also check on Jeff.